dead, where evil lurks in every shadow and monsters roam the streets, mankind's only survival rests in the hands of two Welsh warriors. Armed with boomsticks, chainsaws, bad language, these beacons of hope will stop at nothing to obliterate deadites, vampires, psychotic nurses. So, hold tight, strap in, and let the professionals take charge. Otherwise, you're in for a rough, blood-soaked night.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well. Sorry, I just love your intro when the two you walk towards the camera like this, like the lineup for a football game. And the
Yes, with the stats behind us.
Well, I'll take credit for that one, boys.
Oh, excellent! Yeah,
Yeah, I wonder what our stats should be. Welsh dickheads.
For Wrexham. But yeah, thanks for having me on, guys.
It's all right.
It's a pleasure to be here as usual. How are you guys?
Good, yeah. I was just gonna say with that, I said last week, first time I realized that Curtis was wearing a street trash t-shirt in that picture of us. And I was like, oh, I've been watching that every week for months now. And I thought, oh, first time it dawned on me. Yeah. Oh, everything all right with you?
Yeah, good. All good. As you can see, guys, I'm trying to set up a new background. I'm also going to try and do more live streams in the future. I hardly do live streams because of the setup of the office.
Yeah.
So I've set it up in a way where I've got this new hallway where if anybody wants to walk past, they certainly can, and they won't get in the way of my camera here or my backdrop, because I had it set up in a way in the past where people would have to pass behind me. And then I changed it up and I had it where people would have to pass the camera to walk past. So the live streams it was very hard to get them done. So it's now in a way that hopefully now moving forward, I can do them.
See, Barry, I want someone to walk past you live so you can turn into a proper Scottish guy and I'm really like screaming like Ramsey Nesbitt. This is my real accent.
Mary Doe.
But it's looking good. Looks like one of those art easels behind you. Well, the light from you. Looks
the
like,
light. Sorry, yeah. I thought you were talking about I've got a poster lying on the floor just now. My Monster Squad poster. Need to put it somewhere, so I'll get it.
Yeah, we were just chatting about Final Destination. And we were saying how much we love that 6th one. It's such a good film. It's doing gangbusters in the cinema, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's at $229 million as of today.
Shit.
Amazing.
I'm chuffed, man. Even if I know Kurt, you're not a massive fan, but it's great for the horror industry, to have these big hits.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I love it when any horror movie does well, even if I don't like it. And it's not to say I don't like Final Destination Part 6. I only said that it wasn't the game changer I thought it was going to be. It felt like another Final Destination movie. Bear in mind, I like the franchise. It's just never been a franchise that I rave about.
Can I say one thing, right? Last night, I may be really late to the party with this plot, all right? So if I am, lynch me. But I watched number 3 last night, the roller coaster one, right? And I've seen it loads of times, my favorite one, right? And do you know, there's a big plot hole on the roller coaster. So the guy with the video camera, the pervert, his video camera falls and causes the crash. It wraps around the track. Her premonition then stops him going on the track, which means his camera would never have fallen out and it shouldn't have crashed.
I noticed that, but I personally didn't notice that. My son noticed that. Me and Jack watched it, and he's like, "How did it crash if the camera didn't fall onto the tracks?" And I just said to him, "Oh, I think it must be because it was going to happen anyway." But yeah, it's a good point.
I know I've seen it loads of times, but the first time I noticed.
Yeah, I've never noticed that, to be honest.
I know there was a hydraulics problem because there's leaking like hydraulics fluid.
Yeah,
that I suppose they could have still died because the seats came up, whatever they call it. But the camera plot hole. I love finding plot holes. I love ruining films.
Yeah, you ruined it for me. It's the worst in the franchise now.
That and you mean that? You're literally the worst movie fan ever.
I know. I love pointing out.
You just love tearing films
I
down.
love pointing out the Gremlins plot holes when they, not meant to get them wet and it's set in a snowy town, and you're not meant to feed them after midnight, and it's like, what? When can you feed them, man?
Yeah. That's. I never even thought of that. Yeah,
Spoiled that for you now.
Yeah, every time's after midnight, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, but Barry, as you know, a Babadook is a perfect movie, isn't it? Yes.
Incredible. I've got my Scotland top on. Sorry, it's not quite Wales, but
yeah.
Able.
All our people in our comments are all terrified that you're going to give them shit, okay, if they make any comments about your accent, right?
Mm-hmm. As they should be.
Let me say hello to a few people then. We've got Wendy Palfrey, evening Kurtz and Jenks, evening everyone, evening Wendy. We've got John Moran, hello all, will be listening, but not talking until I get my son to bed. Priorities, pal, and I'm sure your priorities lay with us. Come on,
I know, it's disgusting.
We've got Jill John, even Kurtz and Jenks, and Wolfman. Nice of you, Jill, to include
nice touch.
Wolfman.
Evening.
Barry, I mean, not Wolfman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot.
We're going to get him started already.
Let me top off now.
We've got Ella. Hi, Ella. How are you doing? Ella. Curtis, Jenks, and Wolfman.
Fair play.
Who?
Usually forget me.
We've got Eli Cortez. What's up? Curtis, Jenks, and Barry, and all the Twisted Nights.
Hey, Eli.
Hi, Eli. Thanks for jumping on, buddy.
There we are. Jill John's got it up on the big screen. I know you've struggled with that one, so congratulations for working out a simple object.
Jill John's his mum, Barry.
Oh, she's your mum?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
That's how he knows the inner details of a living room.
Right, okay. I better not say anything.
Well, it's nothing to do with details of the living room. She said she got it up on the big screen.
Hi, Vivian. Sorry.
Hiya, Viv. How you doing? Thanks for jumping on. Again, see, Vivian. We've got Hugh Huckridge. It's that time of the week again. God bless the Twisted Nights.
Oh, that's got to be a Welsh person there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Who?
We've got Jamie Hart.
Hi, Jamie.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday, Jamie.
Happy birthday, Jamie.
Yeah, happy birthday, Jamie. I saw that on social media.
And the best promo cut from Eli Cortez. Don't forget to slash that like button and sub to both these amazing channels. Oh, that's awesome. We need to get a moderator soon, Jenks. Even when we've got guests on, they can chuck. Not that anybody needs to follow Wolfman, but.
So are we ready? Did you get through them?
Wait there.
Yeah.
Let me just check. Oh, and we've got. Oh, look at this! Look how nice Jamie is. Some love for Barry's accent.
See.
Yeah, the Welsh accent's nicer though, Jamie.
we're just. I think we could make fun. We're like Welsh and Scotland, like allies, and we.
Yeah. If an English person listens to a Welsh and Scottish person speaking to each other, it's mayhem.
Yeah, but there's still no Welsh card in The Simpsons. Like, it's not fair.
Oh, is there not?
I know it's not fair. They don't even. I don't even think they acknowledge that it's a country. You don't see it pop up in anything.
Whenever I'm abroad, I have to say, they're like, "Where's Wales?" I'm like, "England." It's England. They're like, "Oh, okay." So I basically just have to say I'm English.
There was an episode of Futurama once where Scotty had died and they replaced him with Welshie. Right. Yeah, I was like, "Oh my god, Welshie, brilliant."
We've got Ice as well. Thanks for jumping on, Ice. Cheers, pal. And we've got Ben Davis.
Hi, Ben.
Right, we're all caught up, boys. Should we get started?
Yeah, are we ready? Right, let me just... you explain while I set it up, Kurt, what we're doing tonight.
Yeah, let me just read this last comment because... Vivian says, just want to let you know I'll be watching Street Trash today. I saw the trailer and it looks crazy. Get on it, Viv, and I hope you enjoy it.
I dared Vivian to watch it. They were asking last week about it, and I said, just watch the trailer and that'll be enough for you to know to avoid it. But I was wrong. So they're intrigued.
Maybe she watched the remake trailer instead. You never know.
Have you seen it, Barry?
I've seen the original, but not the remake.
What's your thoughts on it? Please say it's dog shit.
See, it is dog shit, but it's a smell good dog shit movie.
I don't think you should
good,
ever.
Barry.
I don't think you should ever the word. It's dog shit, but okay, that should be the end.
There's always a
Don't-
but, especially with
Don't
dog shit.
laugh because I don't say it's a masterpiece, Jenks. You can't laugh when Barry says it's dog shit because I don't think it's a masterpiece. I just like it.
Anyway, are we ready, guys? For the? Do you
Yes,
explain what
let's
it
do
is? What we're doing? Have you already said?
2 seconds. Sorry, we've missed out Gina. You're not invisible, Gina.
Sorry,
You're very
Gina.
much seen. Thank you for jumping on, Gina. Appreciate
Right.
it.
Sorry, I'm just getting my tier up. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, here goes the tech expert.
Right, hang on. I'd say this one or this one, Barry. What do you think? You're the guest.
I would personally do the us at the right hand side.
Do this one.
Yeah.
So it makes it a bit smaller, but we are a bit more.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Let's do this then. It's your channel.
Well, what do you think, Kurt?
Yeah, maybe this. Maybe this.
We can see
I
it's
think
a.
this.
It's
Yeah,
a big.
I don't care. I don't care.
It makes us smaller, see, and it's hard to read anything. Anyway, so we're doing prequels, horror prequels. There's more than we actually thought, and I thought there might be just a little handful, but there's quite a lot actually to choose from. So I got 15. I probably could have got 20, but we'd be here all night. It's like so my tiers are not very creative. I got shit at the bottom. I got Catch It on a Plane, an easy watch, a bloody good time, top notch. That's it. That's best I could do. It's hard.
The best I could do.
It's
Take
just
it or leave it.
I know people put. I don't know. I see people do a lot of effort into these, but it's just too fucking hard to do every week. Right, Barry, do you want to kick it off? I don't know if you've seen this or not. So what we'll do, just to speed things up, we'll just decide between the three of us where it should go, and we'll work on average or whatever, rather than us each putting a film. We'll be here all night. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. I haven't seen Bloodlines.
Haven't you?
Pet Cemetery.
Oh, have you seen it, Barry?
Yeah.
Oh, good. What do you think of it then, Barry?
It's actually, it's not shit.
No,
but it's like a nothing burger of a movie, to be honest. I would say.
Catch It on a Plane.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, what do you think?
I think Catch It on a Plane. It's not offensive. It's just, you're right, nothing burger. But I suppose it is on Paramount Plus, so you expect it to be lower level. I think if I saw it in the cinema, I would have been a bit bored, but because it's on Paramount Plus, I kind of give it a pass. Yeah,
there was some creepy moments, and I think the main actor that plays, is it Judd? The main guy, he was decent. He's a decent actor.
Was it you talking about David Duchovny? Was he Judd?
No, not him. The young guy.
Oh, right.
He plays young Judd, I'm sure.
To be honest, I can't remember. I just remember David. I think it was a bit of a swing and a miss. I liked the setting. It felt like a Stephen King movie, like when he sets it like, in the way in the past. But you're right. It's a nothing burger, I'd say. So, Kurt, you haven't seen it, no?
No, I haven't seen this one. No.
One job you had. Look, watch every prequel, Kurt, for tonight, and you haven't.
I asked you for the list of the movies, and you said can't remember.
Well, I was upstairs, and I couldn't be asked to go on my computer, which is in the basement.
Don't give me shit then.
All right, Kurt, do you want to kick this next one off? Psycho for the beginning.
Yeah, so we've spoke about this one. I think this has come up twice because we ranked 4th and we've ranked something else and it's come up. I'm sure it has.
Yeah.
But I don't mind this film at all. Now, it is a TV movie. It was straight to video. So the quality is low, but because this one came out before Bates Motel, it was the only glimpse we got into Norman Bates' past and his relationship with his mother. So when I watched it, I really enjoyed it. Now, it is on the cheaper side, but it is good to see how he got to where he is now, what makes him tick, and they really delve into his relationship with his mother. It's a massive step down from 2 and 3. I mean, 3's a step down from 2, but this one steps down again. But I feel like if Bates Motel never came out because of how good Bates Motel is, I think I would have enjoyed this one a lot more. But I watched this one after Bates Motel. But I gotta say, guys, it's a solid part 4.
What would you put it in, Kurt?
I'd put it in an easy watch.
Yeah.
Easy
What about you?
watch.
Have you seen it, Barry?
Yeah, I agree with Kurt. Yeah, there's a few things that are obviously very cheap about this one, but there's something about I'm quite nostalgic when it comes to older horror movies, and this one came out at the time. Well, it came out years ago, but it didn't come out in VHS until later on in the UK. And I always remember going to, I think it might have been the Virgin Megastore at the time, and seeing the front cover, and then buying it. And I actually loved the movie at the time. I don't like it as much now because, like you said, Kurt, Bates Motel does it better with a higher quality production. But there's some really nice things about this, the beginning, that it's got a quite a charm to it. It's definitely not bad, and it is an easy watch. It's one that I would watch again. So yeah, I would say it's a middle of the road, easy watch.
Yeah, I would agree. It's a pretty strong franchise. Because you think after the first one is so iconic, and then they bring out that second brilliant one, which is so well done, because it literally, whatever this prison sentence was, it was pretty much the same as the release date of the second one. I think, with 20 or 30 years, which is really clever. Obviously, they didn't plan it; just kind of probably just the idea fell in their lap, but it worked so well. The third one I did like, but I can't remember a lot of the third one. I felt is a rehash of the first one. But the fourth one, I like the setup when he's talking to a radio DJ, isn't he? Like a midnight caller or something.
Yeah.
I didn't like Bates Motel. I thought it was pretty average.
I loved it. I was there from season 1, and I watched it through. I absolutely loved it.
I just found it like a bit of a stretch. Like his brother was a drug dealer, and then it was like all these side stories that fuck all to do with Bates, And I just thought he's stretching it a bit, mate. I'd rather a smaller show rather than trying to have these multi characters and stuff that didn't really add up.
I get it, but from like a studio standpoint, they need to keep this thing going. Let's introduce this character and this side story so we can go off in this direction.
Yeah. Well,
it's modern as well.
And it's such a contained story. The only people we've ever really cared about are Norman Bates and his mother. So to kind of bring in new characters to put the show in different places, I love that direction. And no problem with it.
And I think as well, because they made like Norman Bates' mother hot in Psycho 4, they went with that angle with the series, innit? Totally.
Yeah.
Because there's no need for her to be so hot. I can't remember the actress plays, She's like a bit, I think she's Spanish or something, or she's definitely dark looking with her hair.
What?
Or Italian.
In Psycho 4?
Yeah, I'm sure she is.
Yeah, it's, what's her name? She's from Black Christmas.
Christmas.
It from 1990. She plays
Olivia Hussey?
Bill's wife. Yes.
Is it Olivia Hussey? Yeah.
Yeah.
Olivia
Hussey,
yeah.
She plays Norma Bates.
Yeah. Right. Next up, we've got, I'll kick this off, Amityville Horror 2, The Possession. If you haven't seen it, it is a prequel.
No one has ever seen that movie, Jenks.
I've seen it loads of times. I love it. Well, I would say love it. You'll find out if I love it now or not. It's a really good film, I got to say. It's a proper prequel where it showed, because the second one, the first one shows the after effect of this haunted house. This shows what actually happened. And yeah, the guy who played Bert something, the guy who plays
Mickey. Burt Young.
Yeah, Burt Young, guy from Rocky, is the father. He's a horrible father, like a drunk father. But it's quite a disturbing film because you got that scene with the brother and sister. If you've seen it, Barry, have you?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, that scene is quite disturbing. I won't say it. You know what I'm on about.
Yeah.
But have you seen it, Kurt?
No.
It's worth a watch. It's quite creepy. I would put this. I haven't seen it for years, so I might regret this, but I put it in a bloody good time. I would recommend it. What about you, Bat?
I would say a bloody good time as well. I actually enjoy this 10 times more than the first movie. I think the first movie's good. it's creepy, but not a lot happens in it. Whereas this one, it's Ronald DeFeo and his family, and it's the true story of what happened before the Amityville Horror. And I feel like that's more of a horror movie than what happened in the house afterwards.
Yeah.
Some creepy moments in it, some really good practical effects, and really good acting as well. So I like this one way more than the first one. So yeah, bloody good time for me.
I think
That's
you're
it,
right.
boys. I'll watch it.
You're right, actually, because I've never really judged them, but I've seen this much more times than the first one. Because and I think there was lacking from the first one was Ryan Reynolds, a 6-pack.
Yeah. We just got a 2-pack.
yeah. I think in the first one you've got is it
James
Margie
Brolin.
Kidder, is it?
James Brolin.
Yeah, Margot Kidder and James Brolin.
Yeah, I wish she a sex symbol. I fuck knows,
Hey, Jenks, let's not insult people now. Come on, we're here to rate films.
I never signed up for that. I'm here to insult people. So Kurt, you got to watch that, boy.
I will. I'll definitely watch it.
Yeah, I highly recommend that one.
I'm going to read a few comments, if that's all right, Bat. Where are we? Hang on. I just want to make sure. Spell. I love it when they're on a chat amongst themselves, Kurt. Do you?
Yeah.
So Jamie Hart says it wasn't the camera, it was the hydraulics. The camera didn't help. Well, I think it was a combination. I think the hydraulics was it was just that thing, the seat holder, whatever you call it, the harness. Anyway, let me just see 1 second. Sorry, guys. I'm just having a long conversation here because it's Jamie's birthday. There we go. Hang on, sorry. So Vivian says Bates Motel. She loved Bates Motel, or he or she.
I think it's a she, Jenks.
Well, I know both. Two Vivians. I got an auntie called Vivian, and I know a guy called Vivian. So it's difficult to some of these names. You got Ice says Bates Motel was class. Gina says I love Amityville 2, and now I own it as well. As it was in my brother's DVDs. I rewatched it in February, and it's a bloody good time. Yeah, fair enough. Kurt, you got to watch it now.
I will watch it.
So, Kurt, you kick this one off. Ouija, what's it called? Origin of Evil.
Yeah, so I don't remember much details about this one. I've watched it once when it came out. I know it was directed by Mike Flanagan. It's kind of like what they did with bringing Mike Flanagan on to do a new Exorcist. The first movie tanked with critics. I don't know how well it did in the box office. Mike Flanagan comes on board to direct the sequel. I don't know why they even greenlit the sequel, but this one turned out to be good. Obviously, Mike Flanagan's capable. I don't really remember much details about it, but I remember really enjoying it when it came out. I think there's some sketchy CGI in there. I remember being a bit disappointed with the CGI. But if my memory serves me, I'd probably put it in an easy watch. And genuinely, I don't remember much details at all about this one.
What about you, Bat?
This is the first one on the list I've not seen it. And I think I avoided it because I heard that Ouija was terrible. And like you said, Kurt, I don't know how a prequel got green lit. But it did anyway. But yeah, I've not seen it at all. So I can't comment.
Oddly enough, I've only seen this one. I haven't seen the first one.
I'm not surprised. I absolutely avoid the first one.
Yeah, I think because this had decent ratings, that it says a vast improvement. I kind of jumped onto this straight away. It's the girl from Becky, isn't it? When she's young.
Oh yeah, that is. Yeah.
I don't know her name. Where did you put this, Kurt?
An easy watch.
Easy watch. I would say the same. I don't remember a lot about it. I don't remember it being shit, so I think it's only fair to stick in the middle somewhere. Just want to say a quick hello to we got Davey Deathray in the house. Hey everyone, so awesome to see our guy Barry on with amazing Twisted Locker boys. Hi Davey, how's it going, buddy?
Hi Davey.
Nice one for jumping on, pal.
Yeah, cheers for that. Right, next up we've got The Thing, the remake. Well, it's a prequel. It's a remix slash prequel, but we'll call it a prequel.
This is a controversial one for me. If you want me to kick it off,
Are you going to say it's better than the first one?
No.
That'll be controversial.
So, do you mind if I kick this one off?
Yeah, do what you want.
So, I've seen this once in cinema when it came out, and I've never watched it again, right? But over the last few years, it seems a lot of people are coming round to it. So, everyone hated it when it came out, but it seems to have some sort of resurgence lately with people saying to give it another chance. Now, The Thing is my favourite movie of all time. It always has been. It's a movie I absolutely adore. So I went in skeptical anyway. And hearing that on set, they actually set up the practical effects. Everything was going to be practical. The studio wanted to save money, stepped in and made them add in all the CGI.
That's so bad.
I absolutely clocked out soon as the CGI parts came in, considering how iconic the original one is for practical effects.
Yeah.
Now, it may be a good film. I haven't heard many people say much bad about it over the last few years, but I watched it once. I've never watched it again, but I've been close a few times over the last year, but I can't do it. I can't put it on.
What about you, Bar?
I think it's a great film. Now, the Thing is in my top 10 movies of all time, not just horror, but movies in general. So I'll absolutely love The Thing. So when this one came out as a remake, I thought, well, it was advertised. This is what I like about it. It was advertised as a remake, even though people hated remakes at the time. And then when it came out, I started to notice things in the movie, like he's dying in the same way as we saw some of the dead bodies from the original Thing. And then it turns out at the end of the movie, they reveal that it's officially a prequel to The Thing. So I like that touch behind it. They actually did shoot this film practical as well. So they did set it all up and they actually filmed the practical scenes. They just added the CGI over it. Hopefully one day we will see a practical effects version of this movie. Maybe we will, maybe we won't.
The movie was complete practical.
Yeah, so they completed at least most of the movie, as far as I'm aware, through practical effects.
I wasn't aware of that. I thought it was an on-set decision, you know, but maybe it didn't turn out as great as they wanted it to. I don't know, but
possibly.
Yeah, you have this idea that you got these evil, like mustache twirling executives come in and ruin it, but they might have saved the movie. You don't know, when it might have been shit effects.
Yeah, of course. They're scapegoats most of the time, in there.
Yeah. I saw this in the cinema in New York for some reason. I just happened to be in New York at the time, and it turns out Americans do talk more in the cinema, and us Brits don't like it. There was a lot of whooping and things. I was like, for fuck's sake, isn't it cinema?
Mr. Worldwide Beer. I watched it in New York.
Mr. Worldwide.
And it was awesome cinema. You would have loved it. It was a skyscraper, and every floor was a screen. And
what?
Yeah, every floor was a screen. So like The Thing was on like floor 30 or something. Just went up in the lift. It's just so cool. I look, when I first saw it, I didn't like it. I thought, I don't like this effects. Oh, stupid. It's a prequel, but it's clearly basically a remake because it's like almost beat for beat the same. I thought it was a bit too sci-fi. Was it this when they discover the spaceship? The big one? Yeah.
They do the same in the original one too.
Oh, okay. But I watched it again recently, my wife. It popped up on like Amazon Prime. And I was like, do you know what? Now the dust has settled. This is actually a really good film. You got Winstead in it. You got
say your name.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead or Steen? Forgotten. Stead. Yeah, she's great. She's always great. And what's that guy? Joel Edgerton, is that his
Joel
name?
Edgerton,
yeah. I think it's worth another go. And because of the end of it with the dog, it made me want to watch the original and straight after. So it does serve a purpose. And you've got the guy
who plays Harry in Dumb and Dumberer.
Yeah.
But you get when you watch this one, it makes you want to watch the next one again. And it's a nice progression of quality. So I think if you know, you'll feel better, whereas before you were getting a lesser film after the first one, if that makes sense.
I get you.
But I would agree. Where did you say you're going to put it, Kurt? Shit.
I'd say Catching on a Plane.
I would say Bloody Good Time personally.
I think to save any arguments, I would say an easy watch right in between you two.
Well, you can see your brewing, is it?
Yeah, right in the middle. But
Honestly,
yeah, I would say easy watch.
I don't remember enough about the film to argue with him.
Yeah, I think you need to be in the middle of us, Barry, just to keep us apart. Right, that's fine. Okay, and second, do you want to read a few comments if you got any? I was one from Gina, Kurt.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Gina says, off subject, but I watched Urban Legend Bloody Mary and I didn't find it that bad. I got a few giggles as some doesn't make sense. Basic Instinct 2, however, is a load of shite. Yeah, I haven't seen either, Gina. I can't say I fancy them.
I've seen Bloody Mary.
Is it supernatural?
Yeah, it's supernatural, and it's actually not bad either. Like she said, it's not bad at all.
I haven't seen the second one. I think the second one's called Urban Legends. Is that am I wrong?
Yeah, the final
Is
cut.
it called the final cut? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gina says, I've never seen the Thing prequel and don't really watch the Thing because of the dog sequence. Yeah, of course. There's plenty of rough dog shit in there.
Rough dog shit.
Well, when that's the only thing. Funny enough, I showed it to my daughter a few weeks back, and it's the only thing I wonder about is dogs get hurt in it.
Yeah, I got no problem with that.
There's extreme violence in there. People get killed, but I just need to warn you that a dog does get squirted with some weird substance.
I don't know. I used to be really sensitive with dogs. Like, and I always like chuff when a dog survived. I think after Patrick Bateman stepped on that dog in American Psycho, I've stopped caring.
What about Jenks? What about kittens? Feeding kittens to cash machines?
No, definitely don't care about that. Never did care for that. I know. Before anyone said I'm a nice guy, I just think that people should stop caring so much about dogs in films.
You know what it is, right? The people who say I'm a nice guy are usually the assholes. Nice guys finish last.
Yeah, the ones who say like, I'm not racist, but
yeah.
Right then, Barry.
I'm a nice guy, but I don't mind seeing dogs get killed.
Yeah. Barry, the first Omen. Have you seen that, buddy?
Yeah, seen that as well.
Omen.
What did I say?
No one's ever said it like that, Jenks.
I can say what I want, boy. It's my accent. Do you want me to pull you up on
We're from the same place.
Hang on. Do you want me to pull you up on your pronunciations? Oh my God! Like opening. It's opening. Jesus.
It's my accent.
Right? Say opening.
Opening.
See what I mean, Barry? Jesus.
Opening.
What are we dealing with here?
Anyway, first Omen, Barry. Have you? What do you think?
Yeah. Again, it's another surprising one. It's a prequel that, again, didn't need to happen, but I feel like it was a smooth transition, similar to The Thing. Whether you like The Thing or not, and whether you like the first Omen or not, I think the transition between the first Omen and the original was quite smooth. And also, it's not a film where you need to have seen the original to get what's happening in the first Omen. You just watch it for what it is. Some few twists and turns, some really gruesome moments in the movie. And that scene where she gets out of the car and she's on her knees in the street, doing this kind of, I was like, whoa, I don't want to actually reenact it. But it's a surprising one. And I think it was, I'm not going to say a bloody good time, but I would say it was an easy watch personally. But I thought it was going to be shit, but pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I would agree. An easy watch. I didn't love it. I didn't really hate it. I just, like you said, it was kind of a pointless film. I liked her. I think her name is like Tiger Nell or something.
Something.
She's really good in it. I watched it. They came out. I think Immaculate came out almost the same time, very close.
Roughly,
kind of mix them up. I was thinking of the tongue getting cut out, but that's actually a scene from Immaculate, isn't it? I thought Immaculate was better personally, not just because of Sydney Sweeney's tits, but
stop! You've got to stop.
But this was an easy watch. I'd have no desire watching it again. I haven't recommended it, but it's pretty inoffensive, I'd say. What about you, Kurt?
Yeah, so I treated this one as a chore. So I only went to see this one because it was early in our podcast and we were reviewing every single horror movie that came out.
And they were bombing.
I was in a bit of a mood going to see this one in cinema. I really didn't want to watch it. I've never been huge on the Omen franchise. I don't mind the first one. I'm not precious about it. And it literally was a chore. And I ended up really enjoying it, guys. I wouldn't say I'd go higher than an easy watch.
Yeah.
But I think when I first watched and reviewed it, I had much higher thoughts on it because I was surprised by how much I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you guys. I'm a little bit bored of this whole possession, Coven type movies.
Yeah, it's never been my jam. It's not my subgenre.
Exactly, yeah. And you've got The Ritual that's just come out of Al Pacino and Dan Stevens. I can't be asked for these movies anymore.
Yeah, and I love Dan Stevens. He does everything perfect.
He's great, but I don't fancy the film.
You're right.
You can save that one for me.
Yeah, because
I was pleasantly surprised with this one, and like you said, Barry, it ties into the first one lovely. You've got that great bit at the end. And the grisly scenes took me by surprise as well, because it's quite calm for the majority of the film, and then you just get those scenes of extreme violence. I think it works really well. I'd agree with you, though. I'd put in an easy watch. I wouldn't be running back to watch it anytime soon.
I watched, you're right about those possession films, because I watched that awful Russell Crowe film. I don't think you watched it, Kurt. It was I think it was just called
You watched it in Scream and Scene. The Exorcism.
Yeah, The Exorcism. And the year before was the Pope's Exorcism, which is really confusing because you assumed it was connected, but it's just he just took on 2 Exorcist films in the same year, which is really strange. He's not even a horror actor. Like, it's really odd.
The best thing about the Pope's Exorcism or Exorcist is seeing like a 60-year-old Russell Crowe dressed as a vicar driving a scooter.
Oh, Vespa.
I have. Is it shit? Have you seen it?
I've not seen it.
None of you have. The Pope's Exorcist.
It's shit. and it was better than I thought it was going to be.
I hated The Exorcism because it just did the same thing, Barry, where all of them do have this crunching bones and distorting. I'm thinking, oh my God, stop contorting. What's worse, that's based on the deleted scene from The Exorcist when she comes down the spider walk down the stairs. That wasn't even in the film, but they've based every single film after that on that, which is crazy. Okay,
a little bit on subject, off subject, but I think that's why the Conjuring 1 is so great, because they made possession scary again. That was the first possession movie in a long time where I was scared watching and I actually enjoyed the horror in it.
Same.
Yeah, and I think that's why the Conjuring 1 still holds a high spot on my list. Because it works so well as an exorcism movie.
I think only The Exorcist and Evil Dead, they are the top tier of how to possess people.
I don't class Evil Dead as a possession movie in that sense. I'm talking about someone being possessed, tied down, and a victim coming in and exorcising them.
All these different rules. No, that's not.
I know.
That's
not part of the rule.
Gina says, I've never seen The Thing prequel, and I don't really watch The Thing because of the dog sequence. Have you read that already?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Ella Star says, I thought the first Omen was quite good. Wasn't expecting to enjoy it. Vivian says, my dog would never forgive me if I didn't skip the dog scene. I have no problem with missions on GTA 5, but when it comes to animal harming, the remote is given to my friend. I'm not a gamer. I'm guessing is that Grand Theft Auto, is it?
You can't be that unclued, Jenks.
Well, I just answered it, but I've never played a PlayStation or an Xbox in my life.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah. Too busy writing novels, Barry.
Oh. La-di-da.
Alice says, still haven't finished The Thing. I'm guessing you're talking about the original.
Is that because you weren't enjoying it or you just haven't had the time? It'd be interesting to know.
I'm guessing she's talking about the original, isn't it?
Yeah, because we were talking about it a few weeks back.
Gina says, not seen the first Omen either, but I'm not into religious horror. Yeah, it's pretty low level. Right then, next up, Kurt, you want to kick this off? Final Destination 5. And now, if you haven't seen
absolute.
it, it's kind of a spoiler that it's a prequel, but it's 15 years old.
Absolute bag of shit. No. So, like we said, we literally just ranked the Final Destinations last week. Like we both said, Jenks, because the fourth was so shit, it made this one much better. But I don't think I'd watched it until you started raving about it, Jenks, and telling me how good it was. Because I think I'd kind of given up on the franchise after the fourth one. 1, 2, and 3, I always liked growing up, and then the fourth one was fucking awful.
Yeah, it was.
So I don't think I watched 5 when it came out until you started raving about it, and it just didn't match the expectations that you set. I think it was still at a time where they hadn't perfected the CGI. That opening sequence on the
bridge.
What's it called? The bridge. They've got fully animated people on it. It's ridiculous. The story's great. I do like the story. It was nice that they did that whole wraparound with the first movie. And yeah, it's got the it's the one with the gymnast kill, yeah?
Yeah.
That's my favourite death in the whole franchise by far.
What about you, Bat?
For the movie?
Yeah.
Loved this film. You know, I was loving it all the way through the movie, and it didn't need the twist at the end. But I think with the twist at the end, that confirmed that it's a prequel, just blew my mind, because the Final Destination franchise wasn't known for twists, and it didn't require a twist. But with that added bonus, I absolutely loved this movie. Like, the characters were actually characters again, obviously compared to Paranormal Destination 4. They were so three-dimensional. I cared about the characters. The kills were great. The build-up of the kills were great. I personally loved the bridge collapse. It felt grand. And again, the finale with the airplane at the end. So for me, it's not one of the best Final Destination movies, but it's still a really great film. And I would say it was a bloody good time for me anyway.
I totally agree with you. I love this movie. It was always between 3 and 5 for me, up until 6. It's a really strong franchise, considering like 4 is pants. It's not just a bit shit compared to the others. It's completely so much lower. This one, like, maybe I've watched. I've seen this. I think I've seen the 3rd and the 5th the most. Maybe the 5th the most, actually. And I never have a problem with any of the ropey CGI on the bridge. I kind of accept the budget. They're trying to do something grand, like a massive bridge, a disaster, on a very low budget. And I kind of forgive all of it. I treat it like ropey practical effects from the 80s where you just forgive. And I love it. I can look past it all. I know sometimes I can't look past it, but for this, I make an exception. I love the acupuncture scene as well. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's good.
With the Buddha.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Again, misdirection all the way through. You don't know how you assume he's going to get stabbed to death, but it's just so much worse.
Yeah.
I was thinking a top notch, but I'm going to know. I would say a bloody good time as well. So, Kurt, you're outnumbered.
What's Kurt? What are you saying, Kurt?
Shit.
No, I didn't say shit, man. Easy watch.
Easy watch. Fair enough. Okay, well, it's going in bloody good time. Right then, I'll kick this next one off. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning. So this is the prequel to the Jessica Biel.
Is this one a prequel?
Yeah. Well, it's called. So it's the Jessica Biel one.
No.
What? No, sorry. No, what I mean, it's the prequel to the Jessica Biel version, because I believe that I'm sure that one of the other Texas Chainsaws is a bit of a prequel. Am I right?
Leatherface.
Yeah. So I didn't want to put that in because I haven't seen it. And I really don't like this prequel. I love the Jessica Biel film, right? I think it's probably better than the original. Even though I wouldn't argue that I prefer it to the original. I wouldn't say it's better necessarily, but I love the Jessica Biel one. I think it's masterclass in horror, especially the dude who plays the sheriff. I forget his name now. A guy from Full Metal. Yeah, I mean, everything. I hate that. I hate this movie so much because they try to explain every single detail of the previous one. They even show how the sheriff loses fucking teeth. Who cares? It shows like all on the same day. The guy loses legs. The guy in the wheelchair on the same day. Leatherface kills somebody on the same day, and the sheriff kills the sheriff. What's his name again? Sorry, Bar. The actor.
Army.
Yeah, he kills the real sheriff and takes his uniform. It's all in the space of a day or maybe a couple of days. I'm like, and also he was scarier as the sheriff. If he's a fake sheriff, he's not as scary. It's much more frightening that he is actually the sheriff.
Yeah, like he's been sworn in.
Yeah,
What does
I'm
that
thinking,
say about the town that they're
yeah,
in?
and that's made it much. In fact, he was much more frightening than Leatherface, and he kind of dissected it. And I did not like this film. Yes, the kills are quite cool, but I was so distracted by, you know, he just like even his. I'm surprised in his show the origin of his fucking pants, like when he buys him in a shop or something. You ever wonder how he got these blue pants? Well, he bought them. Fucking shit. I'm gonna put this in shit because I'm getting mad now. It's in. Barry.
Well, I think this is a masterclass in horror. Laugh it up, but that's actually not a joke.
No, I'm laughing because the opposite this
I
time.
know. I absolutely love this movie. Now, my favorite in the franchise is the remake from 2003.
Yeah, good man.
But my second favorite is this, the beginning. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise is not known for continuity. Every movie feels completely different to the next one. But out of the whole entire franchise, there's only 2 movies that feel like they're part of each other, and that is the beginning and the 2003 remake.
Yeah.
If you watch the beginning and then watch the 2003 remake, it just feels like a seamless journey from 1969 to 1973. And again, I understand the whole like the teeth and stuff like that. That to me didn't feel that forced. It just felt like a fun joke. Like, oh, that's how he lost his teeth. Oh, that's how he lost his leg or legs.
Same day.
Yeah, so it has silly moments in it, but when I compare it to everything else that we've had before and after it, it's like it's second to none. Like, to me, I just love the grittiness of it, the seriousness of this film compared to other movies in the franchise. I don't have anything bad to say about this movie. I absolutely love it so much.
Maybe I'm being too harsh on it.
Well, no, that's your opinion, and I feel it's better than top notch. It's that good. So
wow,
I'm saying top notch, but I say it's better than top notch. Curtis,
So
where are we sitting?
I'm almost with you, Barry. I think it's a fucking great film. Jenks, putting it in shit is disgusting.
well, it was just a bit lashing out. There was.
Look,
it bugged me.
Tonally, it's the same film as the 2003 one, and I remember watching these ones back to back. And like you said, Barry, seamless. It's great to get 2 solid Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies where the quality is exactly the same. Mm-hmm. It's like you said, it's nasty, it's dark, it's the same as the 2003 one. And considering how shit the franchise is generally, there's not many good ones in the franchise. This is a solid sequel, prequel, whatever you want to call it. I'd put in a bloody good time.
Okay, so I'd say it's good in there then. Happy with that, Barry?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm okay with that.
Well, somewhere in the middle of shit and top notch.
Yeah, in the middle of that somewhere.
Do you know what? It's funny, like, because most people, I mean, when Texas Chainsaw 2003 came out, there was a lot of like, oh, how can you remake it? But over time, people have kind of grown to love it.
Yeah.
They're hard to come across, this one and that one. They don't pop up on Netflix, Amazon.
Well, Arrow have just announced 4K versions of this one and the 2003 one, US only, but I'm absolutely jumping on them.
Well, it's US only
sure
for the
you are as well,
2003.
Barry.
2003 is US only, but the UK are getting the beginning.
Yeah.
I think for me, like in that era of remakes, the early noughties, I think Michael Bay was producing a lot of them.
Yeah.
And for me, Dawn of the Dead, Texas, Hills Have Eyes, fucking 3 belters, I gotta say.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
and
the fog.
Hills. I prefer Hills to Texas Chainsaw.
I love Hills. I think it's brutal. I didn't like the second one. It's not the worst film in the world, but it's hard to care. I like
the second one.
It's just hard to care about these trained soldiers getting fucked up compared to like a family in a fucking camper van, you know?
Yeah.
With a baby and everything. It's just so I know they're trying to do like a Predator of like, my God, not even soldiers can handle these guys, but they're fucking hillbillies, man. Come on. Ridiculous. Although sorry.
I was going to say, can I just say something about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning? It's funny that You know, I've got it as top notch. You've got it as shit, and Curtis has got it somewhere in between. I think the beginning is one of the most not controversial. What's the word? Like, I can't even think of the word. But people have different opinions on that.
Polarizing.
Yeah, polarizing. Yeah, it's the most
Polarizing.
polarizing Texas Chainsaw movie out of the entire franchise, and this just kind of proves it because none of us have the same exact opinion on it.
Yeah.
I
It's
what it
like
is.
the next generation. Everyone's in agreement that it's shit.
No.
No?
Actually, I like that one as well.
Ah!
And I'm sorry. I apologize to my family.
Right, let me rephrase it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3.
I like that one as well.
Leatherface.
I like that.
I haven't seen number 2 or number 3.
I don't like 2.
The one
You
with
don't like 2?
Dennis Hopper.
I love 2.
Too comedic. No, man.
Oh,
I've seen the shit one where it's that Fitbird, Alexandria Dario, is it? Is that her
Alexander
name?
Daddario, yeah.
Dario.
go get him, cuz.
Yeah, as if
Do your
like
thing, Tez.
she's like probably the hottest woman on the planet. There's no way she's related to fucking Leatherface.
I know.
Yeah, I didn't like the stupid Netflix one either. Was it just called Texas Chainsaw? I can't remember. They all got a similar name, but that was crap. With all the influencers on the bus,
It wasn't crap.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it the first time, but I watched it a few weeks ago and I thought I was too harsh on it. I thought I actually enjoyed it the second time.
Yeah, but
me too.
Yeah, but it was a bit woke for me. They changed him from like I don't know, like he's sort of like special needs in the original, and then he's just like a bit. I can't remember. They've changed this slightly.
Back your argument up, Jenks.
No, I'm telling you, it's a bit woke, and they got those influencers, and they're thinking, "Oh, fuck off, this is shit."
No,
and I
Jenks,
didn't.
it's called modern.
Progressive. Yeah, not for me. Right, next one up. Kurt, you want to kick us off? It's Paranormal Activity 3.
Absolutely going in top notch, boys. This is
Straight in,
my
is it?
favorite. Straight in top notch. This is my favorite Paranormal Activity movie. I want to say it's probably my second favorite found footage movie after Deadstream. You know how I feel about Deadstream, Jenks.
Yep.
But I absolutely love this movie. I remember watching it in cinema for the first time. About 15 of us went to cinema to see this one, and we all shit ourselves. What I loved about the first and second one, they absolutely dial it up to 10 in this one. Sometimes it's not for the better, because sometimes showing too much takes away from the movie, but I didn't care. I loved it. I loved that it was set in the 80s. I love the quality of it. I love the imaginary friend aspect. I think it's Tony or Toby. The imaginary friend. Oh, guys, I absolutely love this one. Straight in top notch.
What about you, Bart?
Terrifying. And that finale, boys, in the grandmother's house, when they walk in that door and they're just all standing there with their heads down. It's horrific.
Yeah, 100% agreement. It's also my second favorite found footage movie, behind the Blair Witch Project. I know people hate it, but I love it.
I love it.
Yeah, but
get your tattoo out, Jenks.
Tattoo of it, Barry.
Yeah. Oh, a nice one.
Yeah, it's not the best.
But yeah, Paranormal Activity 3, it was so good. Like, I love Paranormal Activity, but what I love more is if you set a film like Paranormal Activity in the 80s, and they did it with perfection as well. That old VHS style camera, having to use old 80s technology to get what they want, like using the fan to go left and right, panning. And you're like, oh my God, like nothing's happening, but you're scared. Watch it. You're like, oh, nothing's happening, but you're still scared.
100%.
That's what makes it a really good film, because when nothing happens and you're still scared during it and after it, they've done their job. And
They've got you.
That finale with the witches and stuff, the coven, just added to it. So absolutely loved that movie.
I love a horror film where you're searching the screen for whatever, for danger, and you don't quite know what to focus on.
Yeah.
A little bit of that in like It Follows. I think the last time I was like looking around, the fucking something's coming out. I like this film. I don't love it as much as you guys, but I would definitely put in a bloody good time. Top notch for you as well, Barry, is it?
Top notch, yeah.
There we are. Let's keep it top notch. What's that? Summer clap, Ben. Oh.
It's me.
I thought somebody walked through your studio and ready for
It was
a
a
rant.
ghost.
Right then, Barry. Look, I snuck this in. It's not really a horror film, but it was slim pickings. Prey. It's a Predator movie. He's a monster. Who cares? So we're chatting.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jenks. Check it out.
I was going to put Prometheus in it just to shit on it, but I thought, I can't be bothered.
Can I just say to add to your argument, like I've said many times, I'm starting to show my daughter horror movies, right? And all the films I've shown her It, The Thing, loads like Poltergeist. This was the one she made me turn off.
Prey.
She watched all 3 hours of the original It, but she made me turn Prey off.
And she watched Human Centipede 2, didn't it? It's one of the first things she watched.
The extended cut as well.
Yeah. Kurt, before we move on, will you read a few comments?
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Just go down, Gene. I saw The Exorcist.
Yeah, Gina, I saw The Exorcist twice and not since I was 12. Don't need to see it again. Fair enough.
It's a great film.
Yeah, of course, Grand Theft Auto. Let's have a look. Ben says, I really enjoy the Final Destination films, all of them. Lol. Yeah, you're not crazy, Ben, apart from part 4.
Yeah, you are crazy.
You're not allowed to like that one.
No.
Gina says, I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning, and if you think about it, they had to do a prequel as they cut off Leatherface's chainsaw arm. I only like this in the remake. That's a bloody good shout, Gina.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's a really good
yeah,
point.
but he did survive though, because right at the end, and he bursts out of the car.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the point is that they cut his arm off.
Hang on, Curtis. They built Matthew McConaughey a robot leg in Next Generation. Are you telling me they couldn't give him a robot arm?
he had no family left though, so
Yeah.
nobody could do it for him.
And Gina says she's with Barry on Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah.
Good.
Right then. So Barry, do you want to kick us off? Prey. Not
Prey,
quite a
yeah.
horror, but who cares?
Yeah, well, the thing with me is I'm not a lover of the Predator movies. You know, I enjoy the first Predator movie.
Yeah.
I even enjoy The Predator.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, by Shane Black. The problem is, so The Monster Squad is one of my favorite horror movies, and The Predator was directed by Shane Black and then written by GREAT DECAY, which the two of them done The Monster Squad. So I automatically was going to love it anyway. And it did feel like, even though it was a group of men, grown men, it felt like they were teenagers of the 80s with their dialogue and stuff. So I had a good time with that. So if I'm having a good time with that, I'm obviously going to like Prey. And
I love the loyalty there.
yeah,
Barry,
exactly. I'm a very loyal person. Yeah, but I enjoy Prey. I think Prey is possibly the best Predator movie, and that's saying something because I know that everyone loves the Arnie one the most. But I enjoy Prey. I loved that it was like that fish out of water where the Predator is in a different location and has to learn himself. Whereas in the other films, he's already equipped and ready and prepared. And it's him versus a girl who was already living there. So she already had the upper hand and she was up against a supreme warrior, basically, an almost supreme warrior. So it was great. I loved it. I would say it was a bloody good time for me, but I know some people might not like it as much as me, but what were you guys?
So for me, Predator Arnie is one of the greatest sci-fi films ever made, in my opinion. I do get what you're saying, like, with it just didn't connect with you. You probably haven't got loads of bad things to say about the Arnie one. Same with The Thing. I think The Thing is brilliant, but just doesn't connect with me. I hated the Shane Black one, and I like Shane Black. I really like... was it the long
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang? But I love Iron Man 3. I know some people don't like that one. But the Predator was a pile of shit. I don't know why Predator skinned those blokes at the start, even though he's meant to be a goodie. But with Prey, I thought it was class. I thought this was the second best Predator film. I liked her. I liked the fact that she wasn't just a girl boss kicking everybody's head in. She was learning because all the guys were going into war first. She was learning what the Predator could do and taking that knowledge to defeat him. I thought it worked really well. I'm kind of gutted they're not doing I know the next Predator looks like it's set in the future, or it's not set in another planet.
On an alien planet, yeah.
I kind of wish they stuck with the Prey theme of maybe going back the generations, or, using like just medieval or whatever.
Yeah.
That would be cooler. But yeah, I think it's a great film. I like the look of the Predator, and I would definitely stick this in a bloody good time as well.
So I would put this one in top notch, guys. I'm a big fan of the Predator franchise. It's still my third favorite, only because I've got so much love for Predators. I love that movie. But Predator 1 has to be in the number one spot. But this is a cracking film, boys. Considering, same with Alien and Predator. For some reason, people struggle to make good movies of them. They're such great IP, but people struggle to do them up to the standard that people want. This one absolutely delivered because they went back to the place they went to. You can basically start from scratch. And I love it because, like you said, Jenks, you can just chuck the Predator wherever you want to.
Yeah.
I know everybody wanted that feudal Japan Predator. Unfortunately, it's coming in the form of animation. Now, I'm not going to slate animation. I've got no problem with animated movies. But I feel like they're wasting a really good concept on an animated movie. I would love to have seen that one in live action, but I don't think Badlands looks too bad. But yeah, praise phenomenal, but I put in top notch.
I gotta say, I'm not excited about Badlands. I don't like the look of that Predator with the stupid shaved sides, as if that Predator's not hair. You can't shave it. As if like,
oh, you don't know, Jenks. Shut
oh
up.
come on, Barry, do you agree? It's not.
You don't know
that's
the
not
anatomy
hair.
of predators.
That's just like tentacles or something. It's like an alien thing. It's not a haircut.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
I can't agree with Jenks on that one. It looks kind of ridiculous, but maybe he'll grow.
Well, I don't know. I think it's a girl Predator. Is this like a girl boss from a shaved side? You know that look they do.
Why do you keep saying girl boss?
Because I cannot stand that trope. It's a terrible trope. Girl boss is a term where a girl can do no wrong. Like Sarah Connor is not a girl boss. Same as Ellen Ripley. Girl boss is just like can defeat anybody without having to earn it, like a Rey from Star Wars.
Like a Mary Sue.
Mary Sue, yeah.
Who's Mary Sue?
It's a trope. It's just basically doesn't earn it. Just can do everything better than a man or better than anybody and kicks everybody's head in, which is bullshit. Right, we've got next up. I'll kick this off. Pearl. Did not like this at all. I really loved X. I was excited for this because I'm sure. Who said this was great? Now, some director. Was it Stephen King or somebody? Oh no, it was Martin Scorsese. I'm sure it was. Who said Pearl was amazing. Did not like this film. I know everybody loves it. I know it had low high praise, but I found it so fucking boring. I found her annoying in it. I do like Mia Goth, but I gotta say, I'm gonna put in shit because I couldn't bear watching it again. I would have to be paid. Yeah, it's going in there.
No, Jenks, I don't love this film, but again, putting that in shit is mental. Well, it's far from shit. It's a solid prequel. My only problem with it is that I loved X so much and I wanted the same tone as that one. But this one felt like it was in the same world as Wizard of Oz or something, but with her
Scarecrow.
snogging the Scarecrow. No, my biggest problem with this one is that she was the main focus of this movie and I found her insufferable.
Yeah.
A little bit too unhinged for me. And it works well when the villain comes... When you get short periods of time with a villain, when the villain is the focal point of the movie and she's as unhinged as Pearl, it's a tough watch. But
Superman's in this as well. David Cornsweet.
Yeah.
I'd put in an easy watch. It's far from shit. It's a solid film, but I just find her infuriating to watch at times.
So it's infuriating to watch, and you're going to put it in an easy watch.
Not infuriating to watch. She is infuriating to watch at times, not the film.
Yeah.
Right? There's moments in it, like when she does that audition and she starts freaking out. I had to cover my ears. It was infuriating.
I didn't even like the artsy thing at the end where you just see her face just smiling and the credits are rolling. I don't know, it felt a bit self-indulgent. I didn't hate. There was Maxine. I was very disappointed with that. Overall, nothing's come close to like X. It was such a good film. What do you think,
I'm
Barry?
excited to hear what Barry thinks.
Well,
Come on, shit. Let's keep it in shit.
You stole my word, Jenks. I felt like the movie was self-indulgent and overindulgent all the way through it. I feel like Mia Goth is a great actress.
Yeah.
And I think Ty West overdid it with her performance. I think he asked her to not overact, but she overacted all the way through the movie, especially that end scene. It's almost like they're saying, right, look how good Mia Goth is. We already know how good she is. We already know she's a great
100%.
actress. Don't overdo it. And they overdid it all the way through the movie for me. I think that it looked nice. It's aesthetically pleasing and it had a good story. But I think they prioritized Mia Goth's acting ability over everything else. And when you do that, it just feels like it's overindulgent. And the way she acted is almost like, look at me, everyone. I'm a great actress, which to me looked self-indulgent at the same time. So great idea, bad execution. So for me, I would say at best, Catch It on a Plane.
Right, so it's in the middle then.
It's right in the middle.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm really curious now, Barry. What's your opinion on X?
Loved X.
I love X. I absolutely love that film.
I think it was like a really good kind of offbeat Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Gritty, realistic, and not just a one-star movie, not just a one-person movie.
Yeah.
Everybody was good in that film. So, yeah, I like that a lot more than Peril.
I think what's great about X as well was that the porn industry going to VHS or whatever it was, home video, was interesting on its own. Yeah. And you got the horror element as well. You know, I loved it. If you're into film and just seeing that, not just the porn, just the whole home movie industry, I could totally watch a film
like a real world scenario put into a horror movie.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
and
it's great.
Who can forget Kid Cudi's massive appendage?
Oh yeah,
I'll forget it.
when he's standing by the door and it's like completely dark, but you can just see the outline.
Oh yeah, it's just a great film. I think I don't know what it was with that trilogy. I think most people. I don't think people hated Maxine. It's just most people just like you said earlier, I'm nothing burger. Just the end was very like tacked on with like the cult or something. I can't even remember. She was tied up or something. Fucking nonsense. The only good bit about Maxine is when she obliterates that guy's balls. Oh my god!
I actually felt that.
I wanted to warn people when I told people about the film. I wanted to warn them about this. Like, look, I'm not into spoilers, but you need to know there's this in this film.
Yeah, I think when you're a bloke, every bloke is just holding his crotch when you're watching it. Ah, stop, you bastard! Even though he's like a rapist, he deserves it. You're still like, oh, give him a break. I said I loved Prey. Watched it twice. It's my favorites too. It's my favorite too. Awesome. Ben says, I absolutely love Prey. Great film. Gina says, I just rewatched Predator 2 last night before Basic Instinct 2. I should have watched opposite way around. Is Prey available on physical media in England? I can do Blu-ray or... It
is, Gina. Yes, it is.
But it is on Disney Plus if you didn't already know that.
Yeah,
because it's a Fox movie. Who says I watched Monster Squad in the cinema, 1986. Lucky bastard! I really want to see that. I was a 15 when it came out. It is still one of my favorite films. I agree. The original Predator is one of the best films ever made. Get to the chopper. I remember and off subject, but I remember queuing up to see a film. I think no, it couldn't have been. I can't. Anyway, I saw the poster for Monster Squad and that famous one with the car, the fantastic artwork, and I just thought, oh my god, I need to see this. There's a 15 certificate, and I was like, oh, I can't see. I'm gutted. I broke my heart. Oh, I love it. It's a shame it didn't make bank in it because it's such a good film, isn't it?
I know. I think it made like $3.5 million or something. Oh, it was a tragedy.
Yeah, that is a tragedy. I absolutely love that film. The Wigan movie club, Kurt. Oh, you know it. You know him as well, Barry.
Yeah.
They did a show into that. He does a movie night, I think, and they were showing Monster Squad. Oh, I'd love to see it in the big screen. Let's read a couple more comments. Give me a second. So John Moran says X Pearl Maxine. I'm guessing that's his order. Yeah. Gina says, not interested in seeing Pearl or X. I don't want to see naked old people or scarecrow shaggers. Look, forget about Pearl. That scarecrow scene's weird.
There is a horrific sex scene in X. Oh my god.
Yeah, I love X. Oddly enough, all the horrible stuff that happens in X, it's still when the barefoot through the rusty nail is still the worst.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
John Moran says Infinity Pool was better. Was a better example of Mia Goth being mental. Yes, I really like that film.
I've not seen it.
It's worth a watch.
It's a very good film. It's very very David Cronenberg. Obviously, his son directed it.
I was going to say, is it not a Brandon Cronenberg?
Yes, but he's a proper chip off the old block.
Yeah,
100%.
Dawn Keith has joined us. Hi, Dawn. Hello, everyone, and Jenks and Curtis and Barry. Not ruining my record. Record late to the party. Lol. I hope you're having a great weekend, all. Oh, thanks, Dawn. She's always late, but we're always glad she arrives at some point. Sometimes she comes right at the end, Kurt. Anyway, right now moving on, we've got Barry, you're gonna kick this off. A Quiet Place, day 1.
Yeah, I enjoyed this one as well, but I feel like as I think about this one more and more, it's kind of going down my list more and more. I enjoyed it the first time I watched it. It just feels like there's something missing from it, and it's just the family that's missing from this film. Good effects, a good backstory between the new characters that we got, but I feel like there was something missing from it that I just can't put my finger on. But again, I can't not enjoy the film because it's got some really good moments in it, some really frightening moments if you're obviously young. There's nothing I can really say much about it. I would say, unfortunately,
that speaks volumes.
Yeah, unfortunately, I would say it's an easy watch at best.
Yeah,
I'd say, but it's still good.
What about you, Kurt?
Yeah. So when this first came out, I give it a solid 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. Similar to you, Barry. The weeks after watching it, I could feel it slowly declining down the list the more I thought about it. There were so many great scenes in it, like really intense scenes. When they're running through that glass building, and you can see them landing on the glass and falling through. There's so many great moments in this movie that when I left, I was only thinking about those moments. But then the more I thought about it, and then exactly what you said, Barry, spot on about missing the family. I wanted more of that. And considering how the second one left, it was the worst cut-off ending ever, and then they give us a prequel. I felt like I was missing out a bit.
Yeah.
But I'd agree with you, pal. I put in an easy watch.
Just want to say a quick hello to Wigan Cult Film Club. It's years of burning. We're just talking about you, buddy. How's it going?
What's the chances of that?
I'm always scared of reading out Wigan Cult Club live. It's just waiting to be slip of the tongue.
You just said it there. Well, he's here. Hold on. I'm going to do it again then. Show that movie again, guys.
So when I saw this again, I think we reviewed this, Kurt, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
And
Jenks, we haven't done that many videos to forget. Oh, we might have reviewed this.
No, but I can't remember if I know we did a trailer reaction as well back in the day when
we did review it. Yeah.
So I didn't dislike this. It's a well-made action movie. It's good action scenes, but it just doesn't feel like a prequel to me. It could have been inserted at any point of the film. I know you see this plane, the ship's landing, but don't really know if it's just they're landing in this part of the city and it's already been over there or whatever. It just didn't feel like a proper prequel. I didn't care. She's already dying, so it's really hard to care if she survives or not. He didn't have like you said earlier, Barry, he didn't have a family to get to. He's just a bit of a man-child trying to get home to his parents. I think he needed a kid to get home to, a child, just to have something to root for. I didn't, and also I just when they're running to the ship with what's the guy from Gladiator? Got the black dude. I'm not going to pronounce his name. Forget it, Kurt. Anyway, you know the guy. When they can see them running into the boat, they're a mile away. Like it's ridiculous. Like, and they're I'm sure they're honking the horn of the boat. Yeah. And it's like, and it's supposed to be quiet. It's got a fucking quiet place. You know,
they can't swim, Jenks. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this on Catch It on a Plane, but I'm outnumbered, so I'm guessing you both. Did you both say easy watch?
Yes, easy watch. Yeah, easy watch.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I will say as well, one aspect this I loved is I loved her history with the city, like when they go in that bar together and she's talking about her uncle played this piano.
Yeah, that was nice.
Got this really lovely, sweet moment. There are loads of really great moments. I've gone back and watched A Quiet Place 1 and 2 multiple times. I love those films. The first one being my favourite. I don't have the same feeling with this one. It's not one I've wanted to jump back to.
This reminded me of like a TV show episode, you know, where they just go off for two characters and it's just like enjoyable, but it's part of a bigger thing. Didn't feel like a full movie. Gina says, my brother had to rent VHS for Monster Squad, as no way would he have gotten me into a 15. I got on the bus and train for my child prices until I was 21. Nice. Right. Curtis, you want to kick this off? Insidious 3, which is a prequel. I know Part 4 is still a prequel, but let's just keep it simple.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a prequel. Yeah, this one's a great sequel, guys. Obviously directed by Lee Whannell, who wrote Insidious along with James Wan. This one was a massive surprise. Now, when it was coming out, I kind of lost interest in it because it was going away from the Lambert family. And all the stuff that I loved about the first two weren't going to be in this one, obviously, but it's a solid third movie. Obviously, like we said about them doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning, they kill Elise off in the first movie, so how can we get her back in? Let's do a prequel.
Yeah.
I like the monster in it. The scares are good. We've still got the woman in black, or the bride in black, whatever her name is. And it's got one of the best finales in the franchise when Elise is back in her bedroom. We spoke about this a couple of weeks ago, Jenks.
Yeah.
The film's finished and she's folding clothes on the bed and you've got that jump scare. It is one of the best jump scares in horror history for me. I loved it.
Yeah.
Solid sequel.
I agree. I love the first one. It's one of the best horror films ever. I did not like the second one at all. It just felt like the last half an hour stretched for 2 hours. It didn't like it at all. Third one, I thought was brilliant. I kind of wish like they hadn't killed her off. Elise, what's her name again, Kurt? The old lady.
Elise.
You say Elise? She's such a great character. But yeah, this one was a solid. I can't remember a lot of it, but I just think it's a solid, well-made horror film. And I would recommend. And I would put this on a bloody good time.
Yeah, I agree with you. Bloody good time.
What about you, Barry?
Well, I'm sticking to my guns, guys, and say that I'm not a big fan of these possession-based horror movies. If it is even a possession-based horror film, I only ever saw the first movie and I thought it was okay. Yeah, some creepy moments and I thought it was okay. My son Jack has seen them all, and he loves them. But it's a franchise I couldn't get into. I don't know why, because I know that some of them are really good. But when I watched the first one, I felt like it was just too out there. When you saw that red and black face thing and
lipstick face.
Yeah, I'm just like, what is this? So I didn't even watch the second one, didn't watch the third one. I seen a bit of the fifth one, the Red Door.
The Red Door.
I seen a small bit of that, but
very forgettable.
Yeah, it's just not my franchise, unfortunately. So I never saw it. So I'm just going to have to go with you guys.
I know what you mean. So even though I love that jump scare from the first one with the red demon, when you see him too much, he's a bit too demony, if that makes sense. I kind of wish he just stayed in the shadows.
With the goat legs.
Yeah, it was a bit too much. Like, I don't mind a monster, but it didn't feel like it suited. Like the first film felt like a ghost film. And then to have such a monstrous demon kind of takes you away. Like, I don't mind the implication that it's a demon, but when he's just like, when you spy on him and he's like an animal, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's got the kidnapped.
I think if they stuck it with, like, see the scene where she's doing the washing and then the little kid's standing in the corner, and then she's putting something away, and all you hear is like tiptoe through the hole, and then she looks at like from the window in the house and the little boy's dancing in the living room. That freaks me out. But then it just went downhill from there.
I think
for me.
If you want to hear more Barry singing, just we'll put
just rewind it. I'm not singing again.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Barry. But I think the third one's worth watching. I think the fourth one, it's a bit silly with the stupid key fingers, but I don't think it's a terrible film. The fourth one, I just don't think it's as good. The Red Door, very much can't remember much. I remember the son being a bit grumpy to the father, and it annoyed me a little bit. Yeah, I've no interest. There's a new one coming out.
He did try and murder them in the second movie.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's lucky that the boy turned out to be quite good looking in his older days. He's grown up and
Yeah.
Director's like, oh, thank fuck, we'd have to change you. That's easier. It's horrible when the kid has grown up to not good looking, and they replaced him with a better looking actor. And you imagine what's it like? Is that kid like, you cheeky bastard?
I'm a working actor.
Right. So where do we say putting it? Oh,
Bloody good time.
Right. Barry, do you want to kick this next one off? Saw 10.
Saw X. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Again, I like Saw X. It was a surprise because the Saw franchise, don't know if you agree, but each movie, it started to get a little repetitive.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
the quality
100%.
went down. Yeah, it went down and down. I never saw Jigsaw or the Book of Saw. So
the Spiral.
Spiral, yeah.
Book of Saw.
Book of Saw, Spiral. So I never saw those two movies. I only watched it up until Saw 3D. And the quality just dipped after movie. After, 1, 2, 3, and 4 were great. But 5 and 6 and 7, I think it was, they weren't great. So I wasn't looking forward to seeing Saw X. I didn't go to the cinema to see it because it didn't interest me at all. But after I watched it, I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was, in fact, for the first few sequels, I thought it was a bit of, how do I say, desperate to bring back John Kramer, knowing that he's already dead.
Yeah.
But when they announced they were bringing him back yet again, an 80-year-old Tobin Bell, I was like, come on, guys, you're milking it. You're milking it so much. But I think this was the best performance by Tobin Bell out of the entire franchise.
Yeah.
It made more sense for some reason. We felt for the bad guy this time in a good way. And the kill scenes were disgusting, but great to watch. A great return to form for Saw. It's just a shame that they're not bringing out Saw 11 anytime soon. But time will tell.
Well, I totally agree with you. I kind of I've watched them all, but past 4, they all blend into one. I haven't got a fucking clue which one's which. I know he died in the 3rd one, and he kind of pops up in like flashbacks, and they keep changing his origin all the time.
Yeah.
But I will say, he is the best thing about the entire franchise, and it's the worst thing they ever did was kill him off. Every time he monologues on his reasoning why he puts these traps together, he's intriguing. It's always well written. He always delivers it well. So when he was back in full force in this one, I didn't care if he's 80. You got to suspend a bit of disbelief in it, and I don't care if he's 90 in part 11, like when he's playing a teenager.
Backwards cap.
Yeah, on a skateboard. But yeah, I love this. This is not a dig at it, because I love this movie. I thought the woman has a leg off. That's one of the most hideous scenes in any film. It's so with the garrote sort of thing when she's doing that.
Just doing it.
I had to look. I had to not look away, but I was kind of looking through my hands, like, oh Jesus! And I didn't feel like she deserved it as that much. And the main person who did deserve it kind of got off slightly lightly. She just got gassed or something. I can't remember now. But I would say this is a bloody good time.
Yeah, do you know, I only went to cinema to watch this one because I hadn't seen a Saw movie in cinema and I wanted to experience it. I've never been a big fan of the franchise. I'd only seen 1, 2, 3 and then Spiral. And I only watched Spiral because I wanted to see Chris Rock in a Saw movie.
Yeah.
So
before he got slapped.
There's loads of Saw movies I haven't seen. So I'm not big on the franchise. I couldn't talk about the ins and outs of what happens in the sequels. But yeah, I went to cinema to watch it. And funnily enough, I hadn't watched the trailer. So I was so disinterested in this movie. I didn't watch the trailer. I just went to cinema on a Tuesday when I watched it. And then as the story was going along and we find out he goes to these experimental doctors to fix his cancer. And then I'm turning to my girlfriend and I'm like, oh, I think this is going to happen. And, oh, I think they're scamming him or whatever. All this stuff. And I thought I was awesome. And they're like, oh, I've worked the whole story out. And then I watched the trailer afterwards and it's all in the trailer. It's not even a twist.
Yeah.
It's the plot. It's the plot of the movie, like. But I had a great time with this one, guys. Considering I'm not a big fan of the franchise, I loved the story. I loved the setup of why these people are in the traps. Like with all the Saw movies, he's taking people who have wronged other people.
Yeah.
For once, he's taking people who have wronged him. Now
Yeah.
this one's personal, it's vengeance, and it feels that way because the traps are disgusting. He's out for revenge against these people because they've wronged him. And yeah, it is grisly. Some of the deaths I feel were unwarranted. One of the women there, I'm sure she's just the receptionist.
Yeah, she's a drug addict, you know. She's opened the door and she come in.
You're getting
And she's
it.
the one that gets burnt with like solar power. What's it called?
Yeah, so like radiation.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then the most heinous of all, the worst woman in it, she gets the easiest death. I don't
Yeah.
even think it actually shows it on screen. It just kind of alludes to the fact that she's
Yeah.
going to die. She's stuck. Which was a bit of a waste. I would have liked to have seen her taking her leg off with that thing.
Yeah.
One thing I would say about it, it's a slight gripe, but I understand where they did it. So you got that awesome poster with the eye sucking machine that makes an X.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh my God, I can't believe all these films only know he's got an eyeball sucking trap. But it's kind of wasted. It's just a fantasy, isn't it? He pictures doing it. And I get why they did it, because I think the script, nothing good was happening for a while. There was a lot of setup. And I think the writer thought we need some grisly quick, because it takes ages before he gets to this hospital and he starts having revenge. But I wish he'd done something different, because this eyeball machine is so good. It's horrifying. But yeah, are we all agreed this in a bloody good time, or?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I would say bloody good time, yeah.
Right, before we do the last one, could you read a few comments? I'd say from Gina here.
Yeah. Gina says, I turned 21 and thought I'd better say I'm an adult as I worked in pubs. Not my fault they used to assume I was a child. Yeah. Wigan says, you've got me intrigued now. I'll have to watch the stream from the beginning. Basically, if you don't want to go back and watch it, Jenks, we were talking about Monster Squad with Barry, and Jenks mentioned that you recently showed it in one of your cinema nights.
Yeah.
Little spoilers there for you. Gina says, is Insidious 2 any good? It's in my brother's collection.
No, it's shit.
Shut up, Jenks. It's a very good sequel, Gina. If you liked Urban Legend Bloody Mary, you like Insidious 2.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Gina says, I saw up until the glass coffin thing, then just didn't bother. They're not really my cup of tea. I'm not into gore so much now.
Yeah.
So I like gore when it's done respectfully, like Terrifier 3.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think the best example of torture porn done well is Hostel 1 and 2, where they just show you what you need to see. You don't see as much as you think you see, and that's what I love about it.
Well, you only see a woman rip someone's willy off with a pair of pliers
Well,
and throw it in a dog's mouth.
In all fairness, that happens right at the end. That's like the money shot, you know. But
what about the Achilles heel? Oh.
Well, you don't see it. You don't see it. He cuts it, and only when he walks away do you see the heel open up.
That's the worst part, though, isn't it? I would.
But there's one scene in Hostel where you got the Asian girl, and he's got the pliers on her toe, and it cuts to the next scene when she's screaming, and you assume you've seen it, but you haven't. And little things like that, and I think that's why I'll Hostel 1 and 2 are class.
It's the same with the ear scene from Reservoir Dogs. People assumed that they seen him cutting the ear off, but it didn't actually happen. It happened, but off screen.
Yeah, totally. Right then. Well, since you're a guest, do you want to kick off the very last one? Orphan, First Kill. What a crap one to end on.
That's not that crap, to be honest.
No, I know, it's just not very iconic, I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Again, it's one of these ones that it didn't need a prequel, especially with the same actress playing an older lady trying to be a young child.
At least it's not Tobin Bell doing it.
Yeah, well, exactly. It's Tobin Bell trying to be a little child. But it's one that was intriguing because I liked the idea of it. So I decided, let's watch it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't too bad. It was definitely cheap. It was definitely made on a small budget. And you could tell no big production company wanted to take it on. But they've done a good job. I think most of it was. I love the practical effects where she was standing next to them, but they were all wearing platform boots. I don't know if you know this.
Yeah.
They were all wearing
I've seen
platform shoes.
the set photos.
Yeah, and she's obviously not, so it's like she looks really a lot smaller. But I think it was decent, a good
Well, that
story.
big.
Yeah, the big massive Robert De Niro things. But yeah, good story. She was good in it, and again, it's an unnecessary prequel that I just happen to enjoy. But it's one that I probably won't go watching again. Once and enough for me. So although I liked it, I would still put it on the lower scale of Catch It on a Plane.
Yeah. How old is she in the first one? Do you know, Kurt?
She's
How old is she
33.
meant to be?
Well, no, the actress.
Oh,
She a
no.
child. She's
she
a
was
child.
born
She's a
in
child, yeah.
she was
of
born
course
in
she is.
97.
Yeah. So, because I saw her in a film called Cell, which came out,
Yeah.
that awful Stephen King film.
Mhm.
And I think she just looks like not a man child, a girl child. But they
No,
make her,
she was about, she's got to be about 12, 13 in it.
yeah.
Yeah, she was
So
12 in it.
yeah, because in this,
Yeah,
look, I didn't dislike this film. It was easy. It was no, to be honest, if I can remember, I didn't mind the first one. This was like you said earlier, just a pointless prequel that nobody asked for. I don't even know if it made bank. I would probably say
Well, it was
catch it.
straight to stream in Jenks.
Right. Okay. I would say Catch It on a Plane. It's pretty inoffensive, but very forgettable.
Yeah, I agree with both of you guys. I think the first Orphan is phenomenal. It's a great movie. Like you guys, this one didn't need to happen. I'm not sure who greenlit this one. But yeah, I ended up quite enjoying it, but Catch It on a Plane as well. I got
Yeah.
nothing else to say about the movie that you two already haven't said.
Well, look at that now. We've got only one in top notch, Paranormal Activity 3, and nothing in shit. That's
good.
about,
Well, you put plenty in shit,
yeah,
Jenks.
but nothing stayed in the shit. Okay.
I have a question though, guys, for all these movies.
Go on then.
And that is, well, it's an overall question is, could you, out of all these films, could you watch any of these, or would you recommend watching any of these first before watching the original movies to see if the experience is better?
Yeah, I would say The Thing, because
The
you
Thing.
just, like I said, you progress into an even more to an iconic movie, and it kind
Yeah.
of, yeah.
I would say the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, would be a good one to watch first, and then the 2003 movie.
Yeah. You definitely wouldn't need to see The Quiet Place before the first
No,
one.
definitely not. No.
No,
Yeah.
no. Or even though Paranormal Activity 3 does tie in well to the first two, again, it's not one you have to watch before the first two. I feel
Yeah.
like you'll get more enjoyment out of 3 if you've seen 1 and 2 because
Yeah,
you know the
absolutely.
characters. And yeah, so that one, no, I agree with you on Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Pearl, yeah, I think Pearl could be a good experience watching before X.
But that's I would say that would be a confusing one because Mia Goth plays two different characters. So you'd be unless
You're
you know
right.
in the know,
You're
you'd be
right.
like, what the fuck, you know?
No, you're spot on, Jack.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Barry, quick question. You're pretty clued up on Final Destination, you know, all of them.
I think so.
Is it a Mandela effect? Did they mention there was a bridge disaster in an earlier Final Destination that happened before? Or did I imagine that? When they're in the
I
paper
think
researching.
no, I think you might be right. I think there was possibly a scene in Final Destination 2 when they were in a car and they all found out that each of them were at a scene that from someone who was related to someone from Final Destination 1.
Yeah.
And I'm sure one of them said that their parents died in a bridge collapse.
Well, I
Or is
watched I watched Final Destination 1 and 2 and 3 recently, and I couldn't see it anyway. I may have missed it in number 2 because I had a few beers. But I was like, did I imagine it? And I thought, oh, that's why it was clever that they mentioned it and it's in the past, and like nobody noticed that it was.
I need to double check that. I'm sure
Yeah.
that they did mention something like, and if it's not a bridge collapse, it's something kind of similar.
Maybe it's a Mandela effect.
Maybe.
You know? Yeah. Anyway, that's our list. Hey.
Hey,
Oh my god.
whoa.
Too much. I enjoyed that. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I
Are
think
you all,
Yeah,
you all
thank-
happy with, I guess Paranormal Activity 3 is maybe the best prequel?
I would absolutely agree. Yeah, it's between Prey and Paranormal 3 for me, definitely.
Yeah. I tell you what, Kurt, 15 is the number now, isn't it? We've used to
Jenks,
20.
we did 30 on one. It was ridiculous. For 2.5 hours.
I know. Yeah, 50 is a good number, I think. You got, because we were on a rush through them when we did like 25. I can't remember, it's 4.
And sometimes you add ones in from people in the comments. Someone says, "Oh, where's this one?" And then you add more in.
Yeah, no,
We've already
because
got 20, man.
yeah, it was funny, Barry. We did best British horror ranking, and I was a little bit tipsy on it. Right? And on our thumbnail, we've got what's it called? Last Night in Soho. I forgot to add it to the list. Yeah, last minute thing. Anyway,
There's a couple you didn't add into the prequel list, which would have been interesting to see, like Annabelle Creation. That was a kind of good Conjuring.
I love that film.
Well,
yeah.
I was aware of that one, but seeing as I set it up, I hadn't seen it, and I thought, well, fuck this. Yeah.
Or the first
You haven't
Purge.
seen Annabelle Creation?
Nah, I don't like. I've seen
It's
one
the
of
best
them.
spin-off.
Oh, I actually have seen it. Is it the one with the wishing well in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it in the cinema. I forgot. I might have been drunk again.
Old age.
It's the best. It's the best spin-off.
Do you know what? Do you know what it is, Barry? A lot of those films, they kind of blend in. I'm not a big fan of dolls and stuff. I thought she was really good. Annabelle was really good. I know you love Chucky. No, I don't mean that. What I mean is I thought Annabelle was better as just in the cabinet in Conjuring, a mystery around it. I think having their own franchise is too much for me.
Yeah. That's fine.
Anyway, Barry, I really apologize. We forgot to let you pitch your channel. So should we do it now? Tell everybody how awesome your channel is.
You don't have to, but you can if you wish.
Do you want to do it?
Or me?
Yeah, you. Well, I'll do it if you want.
You can do it. I don't want to say how good my channel is.
Right. If you haven't seen Barry's channel, it's awesome. You've been doing it. How long? How many years now, Bar?
The way I'm doing it just now, I've been doing it for 8 years, but I've had the channel for 14 years now.
So you should do something slightly different at the start, is that you mean?
Yeah, it was just my hands to start with. With Blu-rays, like saying, look at this Blu-ray, and turning it around. Look at the inside of this Blu-ray.
Look at the spine.
Look at this. And that was it. So yeah, it's all changed since then.
Have you still got those up? Are they still up there?
A lot of them are, not a lot, but I'd say about 10 or 12 of them are
Yeah.
still up there. So if you want a good laugh, you watch it. Yeah, I've got a few dodgy videos. Like, I'm sure you guys are the same. When you watch your first videos and you watch them progress throughout the years, it's good to see.
Barry, we nailed it from the start.
That's a point.
I want to delete them. You know, every now and again, just to keep myself grounded, I go back and watch our first 10 to 15 videos. Are awful.
We thought they were
terrible.
awesome.
Yeah, I remember editing them like, oh my God, we're going to do this. We're going to make it. Like, I just thought they were the best things ever. But watching back now, and it was like, really good pick, Jenks. My pick is Evil Dead 2, and I like this because and watching it is so cringy because it's got no personality. None of us are in the video. It's just us reading a script. You know, it's it's horrible.
Same as mine. Like when I look back in mine, it's just so bad. Like video quality is bad. The audio, I don't even have a mic. I'm just like speaking into my phone or whatever it is. It's just so bad. But I'm like, do you know what? I'm just going to keep it up so I can watch it. And that's just...
And it's good to learn new skills as well. I think when you hear about what's his name, the most I've drawn a blank now, most famous
Chris Struckman.
No, Mr. Beast. His first video is still up. And anytime you watch a video on like how to become a YouTuber, you say, just remember this was Mr. Beast's first video. And you know, he's got like 500 million subscribers, but he still kept it up, you know. And I think it's, like I said, Kurt, it's good to keep grounded. To know where you come from, and it's just nice because we made a mistake, when we first started that we made a bunch of videos, so we'd have plenty to start with. 20 videos. I think we've got rid of a few, but
So that's bear in mind that's 20 videos where we've got no experience or exposure
Yeah,
to YouTube. We
yeah.
just filmed and edited 20 videos.
yeah, and we just thought, oh, let's get a jump on it, and it makes sense, you know, production, and we've got all these videos, and we can no stress them. But we were learning when we first watched the video, we're like, oh, I don't like that. And like everyone says, you can just tweak, isn't it?
Yeah.
And now we're perfect, Barry.
Exactly.
Nothing to improve.
Nothing at all. You've even got the T-shirt to prove it. Which is
The only thing we need to improve is Jenks's attitude. That's it.
Pretend to love everything.
Barry, you don't know how many times I thought about quitting this podcast. I'm stuck with Jenks because he's my cousin, but we don't have to work together. I'll see him at the family barbecue, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, at least you've got a cousin to bounce off of. I've got no one here, so I'm just all alone.
Yeah, it's funny. We got to remind people sometimes that we're cousins, because sometimes it sounds like we're arguing like enemies. Like, oh, shut up, you twat. And it's like, no, we're family.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine. We're family. It's okay.
Yeah.
We can call each other names.
Different
You know,
rules.
I can
completely.
make fun of the way Jenks pronounces things, you know, because we're family. Like,
Right, watch one of his videos. Listen to how he says opening. Okay, it'll hurt your ears, Barry. Okay,
I've heard-
don't make
yeah,
him go
it's-
through all our videos to find me saying. I'll say it now. Opening.
yeah, you do say it different now.
different. You always say opening.
Thank you.
Opening.
Yeah, no, opening. And
Oh,
I never,
opening.
I've never pulled you up on it, Kirk, because I'm a nice boy. But,
I've got a speech impediment.
don't make fun of him, Barry. Pity.
Well, I can't make fun of anyone's accent, obviously.
What's your next video coming up, Bar?
It's actually in 20 minutes. It's scheduled. It's the 8 premonitions from the Final Destination franchise ranked. So if you're into your Final Destination movies, then all 8 premonitions are ranked and ready to go.
That's a good one.
But I've got it's mostly going to be 28 days later this month, because 28 years later is out in June, the middle of June. So I've got like the reviews ready for the first 2 movies. I've got a couple of videos like talking about 28 days later, and later after the 28 years is out, I'm going to go to Holy Island where they shot 28 years later.
Oh, awesome.
I'm going to do kind of video on that. If you guys want to go, you can certainly come with me. It's 220 miles away from me, so I'm guessing it's maybe like 250 from you. Not too sure. Not that far away, but it's a good little trip. Going to go to the causeway that you see in the trailer, the water rising and stuff. So it'll be quite cool. So I'm going to try and do some sort of on location kind of shooting for it. So that's
well, Curtis and I went to London a few weeks ago to see that Inside Number 9 live show, Stage Fright, and I did consider, like, me and Curtis waking up really early, and taking some shots of London from 28 days later. But I never bothered, because I thought I'm not going to get up
the night before.
Yeah, I'm not going to get up at 5 in the morning.
See if you put Curtis in a Scrubs outfit and steaming drunk. Like, it actually looked like 28 days later.
Yeah, or you could have Curtis naked on a hospital bed. Yeah, that's
your channel.
I can't wait for it. I got to say, I hope it's good. Your video 20 years later video's done really well, and I think it's wise for you to keep on pushing that.
Oh yeah. The anything I've done for 28 Days Later franchise has done really well for some reason. So it just shows how much people love the franchise. I didn't know. I just assumed it's only the Brits that like those movies because it's a British film, but it seems like everyone loves it, which is great. And I think the movie's going to do big numbers at the box office.
I do too.
I do. Isn't it strange how they've made the 2 of them back to back, but with 2 different directors, with Nida Costa doing the second one, which is very odd, isn't it?
I think it's because Danny Boyle didn't have time to shoot 2 movies back to back. He was busy, so they entrusted someone else to do it for them. But hopefully, if they're successful and there's a 3rd movie in the franchise, as in the new trilogy, then he could come back and direct the last one, hopefully.
Oh, is there talk of splitting it into 3? Is there a new?
That's the plan. Yeah. But again, it depends if the first 2 are successful, which I'm assuming they will be.
Yeah. Right. Should we wrap it up there, Kurt?
Yeah.
I feel bad because I've read a load of comments, but it's difficult when we got a guest on. I'll just put him on the screen. Yeah, so if you haven't already subscribed to Wolfman's Got Nards, definitely check him out. He's fucking awesome. And you put a lot of videos out. You work fucking hard, I got to say.
Yeah.
Way harder than us.
Pump them out. Yeah. If you do it yourself, just dedicate at least one day, film like 3-4 videos in one day if you can, and then just edit them throughout the week when you get time.
Yeah.
That's the way I do it.
I think you just neglect your kids, and they just do the video. Forget about your kids. Put them in a cage.
They're starving.
Yeah, Daddy's working.
You hear them sitting in the background. Have to edit that out.
The kind of kestrel in your hand. Listen to me. Right then, I will wrap it up. Cheers, guys. Look, if you want to sign up to our memberships, it's 99 cents. No, 99 pence. We've got a lot of stuff up there now. We decided to make it to 1 tier because it was difficult to do 2 ones. I'd rather have more members and more content. Anything to add, Kurt?
No, I just want to say thanks for coming on, Barry. Had an absolute crack, like always.
Pleasure.
Again, you're welcome on any time, pal. We'd love to do some more stuff with you. And thank you again, everyone who's come on today and watched a whole 2 hours of us 3 talking shit. We appreciate you so much.
And we apologize for not. We apologize not reading all the comments. But you know, with a guest, we've got to give Barry the floor.
Give him a platform.
Give him the platform. Yeah, he needs one. He needs all the help he can get.
Thank you very much.
Right.
He's
cheers,
sitting
guys.
there with his 100k plaque behind him. He needs all the help he can get.
I need to dust it when I come off the screen.
I'd love it if the stream starts and you're stood up just dusting it. Sorry, guys, 2 seconds.
Right. Cheers, guys. We'll catch you on Wednesday. Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Cheers, guys. Oh, that's the wrong thumbnail, Jenks, you idiot.